What the fuck is up, UFC fans around the world? This is Ralph at Ralph's Pound for Pound Breakdown coming at you for the breakdown of many things. We're not just talking about fights, we talk about everything in the world, everything in life. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, we are going to start with MMA and UFC stuff. And the first thing I think we're going to jump over to is going to be this Paulie Malignaggi bullshit from a homeboy who's one of the probably most mouthy, dumb motherfuckers I've ever watched in the fight game. And I like boxing. Me and my dad used to watch it all the time. And, I came up in the era of Tyson, watching him before he got lit up by Holyfield and whatnot. And Lennox Lewis, all those good guys. So boxing's a very near and dear sport to my heart. I don't watch it religiously anymore the way I used to when I was a kid, mainly because it's fucking boring. Talk about a bunch of things that you just don't want to do. You don't want to pay $100 for a fight to watch Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao run around the ring in fucking circles, and it's definitely not something fun to watch anymore. I mean, I did watch that last fight with Klitschko where he got lit up by, I'm not sure who that heavyweight was. He was a large black guy that basically, I think they were in Europe. I want to say they were in Europe. Anyways, really good fights then. It's really rare. It really is rare. Actually, Triple G versus Canelo is going to be a really good fight. That's one that, fan or not, you should definitely watch. With that being said, I do believe that Paulie Malignaggi's one of the biggest bitches I've ever seen in a boxing ring and out of a boxing ring. And as a commentator for Showtime, that motherfucker sucks. So thank God we got Brendan Schwab on there for the MMA fans doing some breakdowns for us. Shout out to him. But Paulie Malignaggi, this motherfucker's out there for days jumping on everybody's podcast, everybody's TV show, everybody. If they put him in a commercial, he would fucking be in it right now because he needs fucking love. You could tell because he recently retired in March after his last fight, which was I want to say, what was it? It was March 6th of 2017 that dude retired. And he got in a fight. He lost to, who did he lose to? Oh, I can't remember right now. No, who was it? Sam Eggington. That's who it was. Fucking lit his ass up. KO'd him and he lost the fight. With that, I mean, that's how he retired. That's how that motherfucker lost. So fuck him. Before that, now let's just give you a little bit of a record. If you don't know Paulie Malignaggi's record, I'm going to tell you what, you're not fucking rare because nobody fucking does. Nobody gives a shit about Paulie Malignaggi. Nobody has, nobody will, nobody did. The only reason Conor brought him into his camp was to fuck him up. He literally told him, bring him in, I'll fuck him up, and then we'll move on. And that was the whole sparring idea, is that this motherfucker's going to end up getting his ass handed to him by Conor McGregor. And that's what happened. You can go online and check out the video of Conor McGregor lighting his ass up, giving him straight left, straight to the head. Paulie's head went fucking just snap back. Broke him up. Referee jumps in. Okay, break you up. And then he lights his ass up and then uppercut takes Paulie down. Paulie falls to the ground. So Paulie's not a dude that anybody gives a fuck about, and neither does Conor. And now he's out there saying that he didn't get lit up and they edited the video, and he's just crying like a little bitch everywhere he goes. On that note, cheers. Good wine. So, Paulie Malignaggi, he's a boxer that's been around since the 90s, I want to say. He's got a record of 36-8. He's been knocked out 5 times out of those 8 losses. He stands 5'8". He does have 7 KOs being knocked out, and this motherfucker's he's not great. I mean, he's over here lobbying for the next fight with Conor, pending if Conor actually comes up with a good fight against Mayweather. And me being a semi-new Conor fan, and I say that because I never liked him, but he fucks up all my fantasy picks, and he's beat all the guys that he says he's going to beat, minus Nate Diaz. I'll go for Conor McGregor all the time, unless he fights Nate Diaz. I wanted Nate to beat him the first time. He did. I jumped for joy. My buddy sitting next to me at the house, a huge Conor fan. I just looked at him. He just had to leave. He left. It was fucking great. So Paulie Malignaggi, to give you a little breakdown of his record here, just so you know. He lost his last fight. That's where he retired. Before that, he did have a 3-fight win streak, 3 fights that went decision. Nobody you give a fuck to know about. Trust me, I don't even care to read them. But before that, he did get knocked out twice before he went on that 3-fight win streak, which was by Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. Excuse me. That's 3 knockouts since 2014, 2015. Let's put it this way. Homeboy's chin is suspect. So, that being said, Conor McGregor would light his ass up, and I have no idea why the fuck he's out there lobbying for a fight. You know what? Actually, I do. I do know why. Because he heard 100 million and he heard 80 million, and numerous times now, this motherfucker's come up and told people, oh yeah, I've been part of fights. I've been part of like $1 million fights and multi-million dollar. You've never been part of multi-million dollar fucking cards, dude. You're nobody. And guess what? If Conor McGregor was to fight Paulie Malignaggi, nobody know who the fuck he was, and nobody buy the pay-per-view. Stop it. Get that shit out of here, fucking loser. So let's move on. What have we learned today? Today's a big day. Today's Wednesday. It's the, what is it, the 15th? 16th. One of the two. August 15th, 16th. I want to say it's the 16th. August 16th is today. So, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, reports, fake news came out today that Floyd Mayweather got knocked out by Zab Judah, and it turned out to be false. So that came out the other day, and today it was proven false. Some you fucking dudes out there, the ones that know how to make all this fake shit, man, fuck you, dude. Bunch of faggots over there making all this fake shit just so you can get clicks. Anyways, so Mayweather's fine. He's working out, doing his build-up. He's not working as hard as he used to when his early 30s, late 20s, early 20s. That dude used to be a monster in the gym. He's really relaxed now. I mean, fuck, you got more pictures on Instagram of him doing yoga than you do of him boxing. So, now that Paulie's out of the way and we can get back to the Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor circus that we have going on here, we're looking at Conor McGregor, who is now a plus 350 as of this morning. I'm sure it's changed. Versus Mayweather, who's a minus 500. Actually, let me adjust that. It's a minus 250 right now, and Conor's, I think he's a plus 100 or something. So, Conor McGregor, he's coming in here. He's 21-3. He's only lost by submission 3 times. Nothing else. Never been didn't ever have anyway, he only lost 3 times. He has 18 knockouts out of his 21 wins. So this motherfucker's a bad dude. Don't skip on him. He is 1 submission, 1 decision win. Conor's a bad dude. So when you think about Floyd Mayweather, let's talk stand-up. We don't need to worry about submissions. We don't need to worry about Conor's how he's going to win. He's got a box. So knowing that he's got a box, I'm going to tell you 4 things about Conor to give you a heads up, bring you up to date. He knocked out Jose Aldo in, say, 13 seconds. Walked up, counter-struck. He did get punched barely, but he took out Jose Aldo. Then fought Nate Diaz at 170. Nate Diaz came in second round, submitted him. He came right back. Conor said, all right, I got to do it again. Let's run that back. And he went 3-round decision, which is arguable the win that he got over Nate Diaz. I want to say people just want to see the trilogy. MMA fans want to see the trilogy. Nobody cares about this boxing match, but it got set up mainly for the money. So with that being said, Eddie Alvarez. So now Conor's the 145, 155 champ. They got belts floating around everywhere. We know who's the real dude. Moving on from there, you got Floyd Money Mayweather, 49-0, soon to be 49-1. This dude's fought everybody, every name that you could think of in boxing. He's a bad motherfucker. You can't take it away from him. I don't like him, don't like the way he fights, don't like the way he boxes. I wish he actually went out there and took some risk, but he doesn't. That's how he's made so much money. I'm going to run down a list here, and I did write it down just because there's way too many fucking names to remember. Andre Berto, Manny Pacquiao, Marco Medina, he knocked out in the second round, actually. Canelo Alvarez, but that was early Canelo Alvarez. That wasn't Canelo Alvarez now. There's a whole different fighter from then to now. So for those of you thinking that Canelo Alvarez is the dude that lost to Mayweather, that was old Canelo. I think now it would be a way bigger fight. You got Robert Guerrero, Miguel Cotto. He beat Cotto. I mean, yeah, give it to him. The dude did, but watch the fight. It's boring as piss. He knocked out Victor Ortiz in the 4th round. Shane Mosley. That motherfucker's a bad dude. If you don't know who Shane Mosley is, YouTube highlight Shane Mosley. He's a bad motherfucker. Ricky Hatton knocked him out in the 1st round. And that's why fuck Paulie, okay? That's why you didn't get the fight, Paulie, and that's why Mayweather got the fight. Because he has a resume that rivals every boxer everywhere. You're a dude who's fought nobodies, people who nobody knew. So, fuck you, Paulie. Nobody gives a fuck about you, and nobody ever will. All right. News today, UFC and Mayweather Productions, they all went and lobbied to the Nevada Athletic Commission today to have go from 10-ounce gloves down to 8-ounce gloves. That's a fucking huge jump for Conor. Being a guy who knocks dudes out with 4-ounce gloves, MMA fighters typically train with 10-ounce gloves, sometimes bigger gloves for boxing training, but most of the time they're 10-ounce gloves. With that, you're looking at a guy who moved down to 8-ounce gloves. Now you're a couple pounds above his regular gloves. It's going to show a lot more of his power. What it's going to do for Floyd, on the other hand, is going to show a lot more of his speed. That speed that you're going to see is going to end up being a lot of dodging. He's not going to be throwing too many punches other than try to be counters. And I really see Conor is going to take this fight and just bring it to him, different angles. He's going to come at him from the left and the right angles, going to the left side, throwing that left hand, setting up karate-style boxing rather than regular boxing. You know, you got the orthodox and southpaws. MMA fighters do it a whole different way, man. Watching the way these guys throw their punches, watching the way they move, physically they flow. I mean, you got people out there right now making fun of Conor McGregor and his little fucking, his hand things that he's doing. I know it looks stupid, but you know what, people, he fucking moves. He's a movement dude. So as long as he can flow when he feels his shoulders move, he says it's because it helps his shoulders dislocate and relocate so he could put in different type of slap jabs or some stupid shit. But hey, you never know. The dude's winning fights, so who the fuck am I to guess him? Say anything about it anyways. I mean, you got Bruce Lee out there would have told you to hit some dude while you hold your breath and it's a death touch or some shit, and you'd have done it. So that's how I feel about that. So, that being said, that's my breakdown there of the Conor McGregor, Mayweather updates and where I see this fight going. I'm going to go ahead and call it today, being that I got Conor to win by 3rd round knockout. He says 4th round knockout. He says now it might be 2-round knockout. Mystic Mac, bruh, if he calls it, that's what he's going to call it. But you never fucking know. So, that in mind, since you don't know, since I don't know, I'm going 3rd round knockout, Conor McGregor, world explodes. Conor becomes the greatest motherfucker on the planet, best athlete. He'll have a line of kilts by the end of the year that have fuck you up and down them in the red plaid style with green lining. That's it. That's the way it's going. So, moving on. I'm going to do another podcast. I've been away for a while. I was sick for a week. This fucking sickness has got me killing me. I am going to start having interviews with people that'll be here on the microphone, either in person, got some fighters coming, or I'm going to have people who are internet celebrities that are entertained by mixed martial arts. Guys like Photoshop Steve on Instagram, things like that. So guys like that who actually make things that the fighters love, and I think that's something that all the fans would like to know about and see more of. Because it's not a big community when you think about the fight community. When you think about the guys that actually fight, the guy that's trained, and the average fan, there's not a lot. You know, the guys that average fans, the guys that actually buy a lot of this shit, do train. Other ones have trained, just don't anymore. You know, but anyways, you'll start seeing a lot of that coming out on me on my podcast. Otherwise, if you guys have any comments, go ahead and leave them. Subscribe, share. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on my picks. I post my picks on here from the UFC Fantasy. I'm ranked 5,300 right now. I missed yesterday's Dana White Tuesday Night Fights. I'm not breaking those down. The guys are new. Unless it's something great, I really don't care. They're just average fights to watch until they get into the big promotions. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching. Ralph's Pound for Pound Breakdown. Enjoy a glass of wine, smoke something, and go ahead and follow, share, click, subscribe. Peace. Now I'm going to come turn you off. This is how it happens.